Hello everyone. In this video, we will do the daily current affairs analysis of 8th November 2021. The first topic which we will discuss is about the UAPA Act 1967. It is from GS paper 2 and topic is internal security related issues. Why it is in the news? Uh, it was in the news because the Srinagar students who celebrated Pakistan's victory against India in the recent T20 World Cup were charged under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. Students will be marked as OGWs of India, anti-Indian organizations on police records, and will be denied all government-sponsored benefits in the future. About the UAPA Amendment Act, the Act gives central government full powers which, if the agency deems an activity as illegal, may, through the official gazette, declare it so. It has the death penalty and life imprisonment as the highest penalties. Key points: under UAPA, both Indian and foreigners can be charged. It will apply to people in other countries even if crimes are committed in another country outside of India. Under the UAPA, the investigating agency may file a case sheet within 180 days of the arrest, and the period may be extended further after reporting to the court. According to the 2019 amendments, it gives the Director General of the NIA the power to authorize the seizure or attachment of property if a case is being investigated by the agency. The law empowers NIA officials, inspector level or higher, to investigate terrorism cases other than those perpetrated by the DSP or ACP or a senior government official. It also included the provision of nominations for terrorism. Delhi High Court defines UAPA contours. It had issued a ruling defining the provisions of Section 15 of the ambiguity of UAPA and has listed out some important provisions setting out Section 15, 17 and 18 of the Act. Section 15, 17, 18 of the UAPA. Section 15 charges a terrorist act. Section 17 puts down the penalty for raising money by committing terrorism. Section 18 charges conspiracy, and so on. The prelim shortling topics are definition of illegal activity under UAPA, power of the institution under the law, does judicial review work in such cases, changes introduced by the amendments in 2004 and 2019, can foreigners be persecuted under this law? The source of this news is The Hindu. Next is the Quad grouping. It is from GS paper 2 and topic is international relations. Why it is in the news? Defense Minister Rajnath Singh said on Sunday, while stating that an unexpected paradigm shifts affects countries globally, that the quadrilateral grouping has been constituted, keeping these things in mind. About the quadrilateral security dialogue includes Japan, India, Australia, and United States. In March 2020, the Quad members held a meeting with representatives from New Zealand, South Korea, and Vietnam to discuss their respective approaches to the COVID-19 pandemic instigated by the US. This new grouping of key Indo-Pacific states was called Quad Plus. The quadrilateral security dialogue includes Japan, India, US, and Australia. All four nations find a common ground of being the democratic nations and common interests of unhindered maritime trade and security. Genesis of Quad. It traces its genesis to 2004 when the four countries came together to coordinate relief operations in the aftermath of the Indian Ocean tsunami. It then met for the first time in 2007 on the sidelines of the Asian Summit. The intention was to enhance maritime cooperation between the four nations. Recent developments and Quad. Today, the enemy no longer needs to enter the border. He can also target our security apparatus from outside the border. Alignment and realignment of global powers have added to the already changing security challenges. The changing equations in Afghanistan are a recent and important example of this. These circumstances have forced every country to think on its strategy today. The standoff along the line of actual control (LAC) with China in eastern Ladakh is a recent example. A positive agenda built around collective action in humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, infrastructure assistance to climatically vulnerable states, connectivity initiatives, and similar activities. Quad has been constituted keeping these things in mind. Significance of the grouping: Quad is an opportunity for like-minded countries to share notes and collaborate on projects of mutual interest. It is one of the many avenues for interaction among India, Australia, Japan, and US and should not be seen in an exclusive context. The Quad is a plurilateral mechanism between countries that share interest on specific matters. So the prelim shortling topics are: what is Quad, idea behind its genesis, objectives of Quad. The source of this news is again the Hindu. Next is about MGNREGA. So it is from GS paper 2 and topic is government schemes. So why it is in the news? According to its financial statements, the financial corpus of MGNREGA has been depleted in the current financial year. Impacts: this means that payments will be delayed unless governments use additional money to support the MGNREGA coffers. About MGNREGA, it was launched in 2005 as a social initiative that guarantees the right to work. A key point of this social and labor law is that local or state governments will have to formally provide at least 100 days of wages in rural India to improve their quality of life. Key objectives: generation of paid rural employment of not less than 100 days for each volunteer worker with unskilled work, continuing to ensure community inclusion by strengthening the livelihood of the rural poor, construction of durable infrastructure in rural areas such as springs, lakes, roads, and canals, reduce urban migration from rural areas, building rural infrastructure through underutilized domestic workers. Following are the eligible ways to receive benefits under MGNREGA. You must be a citizen of India to claim the benefits of MGNREGA. A job applicant has completed 18 years of age. Applicant must be part of a local family of that village. The application must be made through a local Gram Panchayat. Applicants must volunteer for unskilled jobs. Program implementation: within 15 days of submitting the application or from the date on which the job is sought, salary work will be provided to the applicant. There is a right to receive an unemployment benefit grant in the event that the work is not granted within 15 days of submission of the application or from the date of application. The social audit of MGNREGA works is mandatory to enhance their accountability and transparency. So the prelim short link topics are: under MGNREGA, what are the roles of Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, states, State Food Commission, Center, what is payroll, who does social research under MGNREGA. So source of this news is the Hindu. Next is the AY 4.2 variant of COVID-19. So it is from GS paper 2 and topic is health related issues. So why it is in the news? AY 4.2 is a subgroup of the new Delta variant of COVID-19. The Delta variant, also known as B.1.617.2, first appeared in India in October 2020. AY 4.2, called Delta Plus and now called VUI 21OCT01 by the UK Health Security Agency, sublist contains two mutations in its spike protein, A222V and Y145H. Spread: currently, the United Kingdom makes 96% of AY 4.2 cases, followed by Denmark and Germany. It has also been reported in the US, Israel, and Russia. In India, cases were found in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. How dangerous is AY 4.2? Although the evidence is still emerging, as of now, it does not appear to cause the most serious diseases. According to COVID-19 jabs, the small genealogical technology does not provide the vaccines currently used against it. How do viruses develop and why? Viral strains have one or more differentiating mutations that are different. In fact, the virus's goal is to reach a point where it can live with humans because it needs the host to survive. Defects in viral RNA are called mutations, and viruses with this mutation are called mutations. Differences can vary with one or more conversions. Prelims hotline topics are: what is COVID-19, what is genetic mutation, what is mRNA, what is an RT-PCR test, what is a genetic sequence, what is different about anxiety. So source of this news is The Hindu. Next is Saline Gargle RT-PCR technology. It is a prelim specific topic. So why it is in the news? Nagpur based National Environmental Engineering Research Institute (NERI) had recently transferred the know-how of indigenously developed Saline Gargle RT-PCR technique to the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises for commercializing it. NERI is an institute under the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research (CSIR). So what is it? It is a simple, fast, cost-effective, patient-friendly and comfortable technology. It also provides instant test results and is well suited for rural and tribal areas given minimal infrastructure requirements. How it works: Saline Gargle RT-PCR method uses a simple collection tube filled with saline solution. The patient has to gargle the solution and rinse it in the tube. The sample is taken in the laboratory where it is kept at room temperature for about 30 minutes in a special buffer solution prepared by NERI. An RNA template is produced when this solution is heated and then processed for RT-PCR. Source of this news is The Indian Express. Next is Samvatsari. It is a prelim specific topic. So it is a festival celebrated by the Jain community, especially the Shwetambar sect. It is the last day of an 8-day observance of prayers called Paryushana Parv or Paryushana. It falls on the Shukla Panchami each year in the Jain calendar month of Bhadrapad. Samvatsari is also known as the Day of Forgiveness. The source of this news is The Times of India. So thanks a lot for watching the analysis video. Have a nice day.